Well, it's your girl here, DBoss, and welcome to another great episode of Real Life Matters. And, before everybody, yes, I know you heard it. Take your device out, your phone out, everything out, and just go to subscribe to the channel and DBoss Network. Subscribe. You can follow me also on Instagram, DBoss_1. Real Life Matter, DBoss Real Life Matters. I'm very easy to find. Sweet the Boss on Facebook. It's not sweet like sugar, sweet like a hotel suite. So today I have a very special guest coming out, and he's doing a lot. He's out there. He's doing what he needs to do, and we just want to find out. I want to find out. I don't know about you guys and your viewers at home, but we want to find out what's going on with this rapper and his name, Trill Will.
How you doing today, Miss DBoss?
How are you?
Man, I'm blessed and highly favored. How you doing?
You're so buffed. You work out?
I do work out from time to time. I was busy, man. I'll be on the road, but yeah.
Time to time. Well, you got to work out continuously if the way you're shaped like this, right? Okay, so Trill Will. So
yes,
how did you get your name?
I got my name because a lot of people don't know what Trill means. Trill, it means too real. It's like a contraction. Like ain't is like I am not. So like it's like that, but it's Trill, too real. So it's a contraction. So Trill is something that I grew up listening to a lot of UGK music, Underground Kings, and that's one of the phrases that they coined was Trill. And I always looked up to them guys growing up. So that's what I used. And then later on, I found out that that name is like a title, kind of like King. So like when you use that name, you have to have approval to use that name. So I had to go through what I had to go through, but it's cool though, man. It was definitely a rite of passage.
So you went and got all your papers and stuff and everything that you
basically.
Wow. So can you tell everybody where you're coming from and your background?
I'm from D-Land, Florida. D-Land, Florida. That's about 30 minutes away from Daytona Beach, Florida, and 30 minutes away from Orlando, Florida, which is like.
Okay, so you're in the middle there. So did you get any effect? So did you get any effect with the hurricane that came through, or not really?
No, not really. Where we're at, man, we're very seldom hit with that type of stuff.
I guess when you see it here, you see it on the news, you see like it covers Florida, so you're thinking maybe it's the whole Florida that's getting
right. Florida, Florida's one of the biggest states in the United States, so it's nothing's going to cover the whole Florida. A lot of people don't understand how big Florida really is. Florida's huge.
Yeah, we're real as we're seeing here. So, what inspires you to be a rapper and stuff? What inspires you, and how long have you been doing this for?
What inspires me today is just really I know that that's one of the main modes of communication. When you're dealing with people, everybody listens to music, and when I say communication, I don't necessarily mean verbal either. Like just like everybody listens to music, they get vibes. Music can change your mood. Music can bring you out of the state of depression. Music can put you into a sad state, depending on what music you're listening to. So I just use it as a tool of communication to communicate how I feel and the things that I've been through. What made me want to get into music is my dad. My dad, he was a manager growing up. He played the drums for the church. So I decided when I was 5 years old that I was going to play drums also at church. And so that was my first thing in the music. My first artist that I really was into was Michael Jackson. So that was a big deal where I was from. You know what I'm saying? Because Michael Jackson had his own movie and all that type of shit. So, that's basically it.
Oh, wow. So, who have you worked with in the industry?
Who I work with? I worked with Lil Webby, Boosie. I've worked with Elijah Lamar. I've worked with actually some of everybody, to be honest with you. QC, CMG, Yo Gotti's campus, CMG. I've worked with really some of everybody, to be honest with you. UGK. There's a long list. There's no way I'm gonna sit here and be
Wow.
able to name everybody. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a long list of people.
All right. So, who would you like to work with that you haven't?
Man, Jay Z. Jay Z is probably the number one person that I would like to work with that I have not worked with. He's the God MC, and right under Jay Z is Lil Wayne. You know, yeah. So those guys definitely, I would like to do something with those guys for sure.
All right. So, what kind of rap do you do? Is it reality rap or what kind of rap do you do?
Um, what I kind of rap that I do, a lot of people will call it trap, but I have my own lane. I prefer to call it conscious trap because I drop little jewels of wisdom, of knowledge of self in there, here and there. I try not to overdo it because people kind of shy away from that type of stuff. They don't really want to learn nothing. They just want to be entertained. But I still put jewels in there from time to time that they can put in their crown if they want to. Should they be looking for that?
Oh, so you say you drop little you say little jewels and little nuggets
Hmm.
or something in there. Well, just can you
Hmm.
give us a little sample of what you drop?
A sample?
Like it's rap. Say something.
Well, I say, I say,
I get you. I got you smiling there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I say, well, because I love music, so I say, I came up from broke. I didn't have no hope, and if you didn't have no dope, then you out on the ropes. You see what I'm saying? I'm basically talking about where I came from. You know, the main source of hope was selling drugs. You know what I'm saying? And that was the main source of hope. And I'm basically saying that even though I came from that, you know, and that song "Blood, Sweat, and Tears," that's my favorite song right now. I just released this on YouTube and all the streaming platforms right now, iTunes and use Apple Music and Spotify. And basically, it's dealing with where I came from, but in the progression of the song, you don't have to understand that you don't have to stay in your environment that you were brought up in. Just because you were brought up in that environment, don't mean you have to stay there. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically what that song is dealing with. But that particular part of the song is important because that's the truth. It's the true thing. Like where I came from, literally selling dope. That was the main hope. That you don't from D-Land, Florida. You've never heard of any celebrities from D-Land, Florida. The only person, the biggest person out of D-Land, Florida, was two people: Trey Thomas with football, Philadelphia Eagles, and Maurice Starr. You know, he found another bad creation and Color Me Bad. I think he found Boy New Kids on the Block. Those were his. But other than that, you never really heard anybody out of my city. And so there wasn't whole lot of great examples. And that was later on. That wasn't when I was a kid. That was later on. You know. So
So this blood, sweat, and tears.
yep.
How did you come up with that? You just
Um, it's in the song. It's in the hook. It's in the hook. It's in the song. Blood, sweat, and tears. I mean, it's a commonly said phrase. You know what I'm saying? I got it
mm-hmm.
from the mud. I got it. I put my blood, sweat, and tears into this. A lot of people say that where I'm from. You know, so that's a commonly used phrase. So when you say blood, sweat, and tears, they know they're talking about that. You're talking about the work that you put in and the sacrifices that you made. You know, to get wherever it is that you're at or where you're looking to go.
So you have your little conscious and your little reality nuggets in there too.
That's correct. That's correct.
Wow. I just blood, sweat, and tears. Everybody always says that. I put my blood, sweat, and
Yeah,
tears into
that's
this
it.
into this.
They say it loosely though. People use it loosely, and I like
Mhm.
to use it more specifically because I feel like that's a real. If you're saying that, I feel like you really did that. I respect that, but a lot of people use that and they really just saying that they put something into it. But when you put your blood, which is your life, your
Mhm.
sweat, which is hard work, not just words, but hard work, and then your
Okay.
tears, meaning the many nights of sacrifice where you couldn't do what you wanted to do, but you put it into what. Like I'm sure to be where you're at right now, you put in a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. You know what I'm saying? A lot of nights you wanted to do something else that you wanted to do, but you couldn't do it because you had a goal and you were focused. You had blinders on. You couldn't see to the right or to the left. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? You were focused on what you wanted to do. You know, and that's where really what that song is about. And I feel like I'm the embodiment of that because that's what I do every day. I wake up in the morning and I'm focused on what I need to do to build the empire. I don't even want to say mine because it's not about me. It's about everybody. You know,
Okay, and tell us about the song that you did many years ago, Lay Low.
Lay Low. Lay Low was a song that was like kind of a, it was more of a strip club song. But I really was talking about some interesting stuff on there though too. As well.
Like what?
Um, Laylo, basically, I was saying, if you listen to the hook, I was basically saying that I had just got out of prison, you know what I'm saying? So I was giving a warning to people who were doing something big in the industry to basically watch out because I was coming. That was just like, it was like a warning. You know what I'm saying? Like, you better lay low. You know what I'm saying? Like, you better lay low. You know what I'm saying? Um, that song was special to me because that song was one of the first songs that I did that since I had been home from prison, because I got out of prison in 2017. That was one of the songs that I did, first songs that I did since I had been home. Everybody loved. Everybody loved that song when I did it. You know what I'm saying? When I did it, was it 2 years ago? Going almost 3 years ago now. Everybody loved that song. You know what I'm saying? So that was a real big song. Laylo was not 4 years ago. It was 3 years.
3 years? Yeah. Oh,
Yeah. No,
well,
I didn't do that before.
when
That was
you
after.
so when you were away
I
and
didn't.
locked away, um, I guess it gave you time to think about, a lot of songs. I guess you wrote a lot of songs at that time,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah, I did. I wrote like 400 songs. I still have a lot of them. I
400.
haven't. Yeah, yeah. I haven't even recorded all those songs. I recorded my first album that I did when I first got out. I recorded that out of those songs, which was like I think it was like 17 or 18 songs, and but I didn't put. No, it was 11 songs, as a matter of fact. It was 11 songs,
Hmm.
and but I didn't record all my songs out of there because I felt like I was gonna need them later on. I felt like if somebody were to say right now, okay, well, we want 2 albums from you, a 2 album deal. I got 2 albums on standby right now, and I know because where I was at, my mental state where I was at in that time, uh, that those songs, the people are gonna feel where I'm coming from because those songs I wrote from a dark, not want to say a dark place, but I was in a dark place, but I had found the light within me in that dark place. So it was very interesting.
Wow. So
Mhm.
you got a lot of inspiration. Your practice and look at now you've had that experience and you come up. So are you a full-time rapper or do you work too and or what do you do?
I am a full time artist, executive, mogul. Yes. Thanks to my support system. I have a beautiful support system. My fiance Crystal, she supports me everything I do. She makes sure that I'm able to do everything that I need to do without having to worry about going to check into somebody else's job to support their dream. Because when you work for somebody else, that's what you're doing. You're actually helping to build their dream. And that's cool and everything, but that's not. I feel like that's a form of slavery. So I really thank my support system, Christopher Wills, Christopher Robertson, for being able to help me and people who helped me, Celebrity DJ YG, Sarah, Triple P Radio. You know what I'm saying? Those people Cassandra, my chief administrator, who helped me really take the burden off of me to do every little thing. They help, so I can really focus on the things that are important and travel and go where I need to go and do the things that I need to do.
Well, I like your logo there. It's called Celebrity Status. Your
Yeah.
record. So so are you taking people under that label or are you just or is that just about you?
No, celebrity status is it's more of a management
Okay.
company.
All right.
We are signing artists, but it's more of a celebrity training. Like we take artists who have talent, perhaps, and perhaps they have a following, and but they would like to make that next step to actually become a celebrity, and that requires training and that requires development. So we develop artists from locally famous to nationally known. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy CZ. You know what I'm saying? That's just the clothing brand. Locally famous,
Locally
nationally
famous.
known. Locally famous, nationally known. LFNK.
Okay. So
Yep.
what
Shout out to
makes
the whole Black Executive Triad as well.
your record label different from everybody else's? Because there's a lot of people that want to be a rapper out there. So what do you tell people that are doing this?
What do I tell people that are doing it that want to be a rapper or
Mhm.
I tell people that if you're not prepared to put in blood, sweat, and tears, and I break it down just like that, you're not prepared to put those things in exactly specifically that, and then some. If you don't want music more than you want air you breathe, then this may not be the thing for you. Um, a lot of people want to be part time or should I say hobby artists. This is cool. There's nothing wrong with that, but you're not gonna being a celebrity is not a part time job. That's full time. So that's my advice. If anybody's listening out there that's an artist, try every avenue. Don't limit yourself. You know what I'm saying? Try every avenue, exhaust every avenue, learn the business, go to YouTube, type in how to market my new single, how to market myself as an artist, how to brand myself, learn what a brand is, learn how to brand you, how to find your demographic. And don't be scared of paid advertisement because that's one of the main ways that you're going to really get your name out there.
And, because when you put celebrity on
Mm-hmm.
your, that's a big word that you're putting on your
That's right.
celebrity status and celebrity this. And because people are,
Mm-hmm.
once you put that on, a lot of people are going to start to look, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep,
And
you're right.
verify.
No, for sure. Definitely. They definitely are. Definitely.
They're going to verify and say, well, what's going on here? Are they
What makes
working
you a
for
celebrity?
celebrities or, huh?
Yeah, you have to be confident and know who you are and know what makes you a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? Like me in my particular case, what makes me a celebrity is my network. My network is my net worth. Like anybody else who has money knows that. So my network is what makes me a celebrity. Excuse me.
Okay.
My celebrity comes from the people who I choose to work with. You know what I'm saying? And they value me because I bring value when I come to the table. When I have a boardroom meeting, I am the leverage. I understand that the most important thing in a boardroom meeting is leverage, and because I am the leverage and my network is the leverage. That's what makes me a celebrity.
Wow. Well, that's a really good definition. So, I'm going to ask Trill Will now. Trill Will. So he's looking at me like, oh my God, who's going to ask me? So, during your times of performing and stuff like that, what's the most craziest or memorable thing that you've done that stuck up in your mind that you did and you said, oh my gosh, I shouldn't have did that, or it just came
That
out?
I did when I was performing. Gee, man, I can't really probably. I don't know, man. I remember there's a couple times where I definitely reached out to the fan. I took the picture of myself, like went live, told them to go live, and I went on the fan's phone while I was performing. And there's one time that I went live on my phone while I was performing. I thought that
So
was pretty risky because you're really not supposed to do that.
you
But
did
I
that?
mean, yeah.
So how did you do that? You hold the phone, you had the thing in your
Yeah,
hand?
mic in one hand, phone in the other,
Oh,
like in the air, like this, rapping to it, and then I gave them back. And then on the other situation, I did part of the performance just holding my phone up in front of me, rapping, on my phone. And I feel like those are two riskiest things that I probably did that I maybe shouldn't have did, but I did that because I'm different. There's no real rules when it comes to being an artist. My artistic expression can't be boxed in by what I should and shouldn't do. So I just feel like fucking, even though I really shouldn't do it. I know that performing you really not supposed to do.
you should have had someone did it for you.
Probably, yeah, well, yeah, but we had cameramen. It wasn't about the footage.
Oh,
It was about the appearance of actually interacting with the fan and giving them up close and personal something that they can show their friends. Oh, look, he grabbed my phone and went live on my phone while he was performing, and let them know how close they was to me. Like, yeah, so that's what that concept was.
so what more can we expect from Trill Will?
Well, I got big tour. Big tours just started. And uh, BMF Empire Tour. Shout out to original BMF OG Big Dave, sponsoring the tour and presenting the tour. We're gonna hit 50 states, 50 cities. Right now, we're lining up the next 8.
50 cities.
It's yeah. It's a big. Well, I mean, I don't know if you're familiar with the BMF show on
Yeah, I've heard of
Stars,
it.
but you see that's the unique thing about that show is about actual people who are still alive. Those people are not dead. These are actual. entity that the people are still functioning. You know what I'm saying? So we are the living representation of what that is. We're actually involved and tied in with that. So we're bringing that us as artists, and we're some of the actors from the show on Stars. If you haven't watched it, go to Stars and look up BMF. It's an amazing show. The world premiere was this Sunday. But we're bringing some of the actors on tour with us, and
So how
it's
long do you
different.
go for?
It depends. Well, we're looking at doing 3 or 4 cities at a time, so it will probably be like a week. You know what I'm saying? Week and a half. Depending on the situation. Sometimes some places are just one off and then we come back. Sometimes it's 2, 3 cities and then we come back. Just depending on the location and the distance between that city and the next
And then the time difference.
one. Right, and the time difference and the transportation, whether we're going to take a bus or flying, all that is the different variations of all that.
Oh, okay. So, where can people find you if they want to find you, and any shout outs you want to give to people?
You can find me, number one, you can find me on Instagram. And I'm
Ooh.
saying that because that's the number one thing right now. At Trill Will 386 at TRILLWILL 386 on Instagram. And then you can also find me on my one of my company websites is www.fcmgllc.us. You can find me there. And then you can find me on all social media platforms as Trill Will or Trill Will 386. Uh, Facebook, just Trill Will. You can find me on Spotify, Trill Will. I just dropped the project GFM, which means God First, Family Second, Money Third. I just dropped that 2 weeks ago. On Spotify and live mixtapes, shout out the live mixtapes and TSO music group. Them guys are big. They're majors. They're helping us push right now with that particular project. I am working on a major label deal, so
Woo.
this is more to come. And I already have distribution through Universal. I worked with them for a couple of years, which is real interesting. Um, but yeah, man, it's a lot, man. If you Google Trill Will, though, I tell you what, man, you'll find out a lot more. Just Google Trill Will Full Circle Music Group or Trill Will Celebrity Status or just Trill Will, maybe Trill Will GFM if you want to find out what my latest music sounds like. You know what I'm saying? It'll all pop up, interviews, shows, news articles. I mean, yeah.
Everything will come up. Well,
Yes, ma'am.
I tell you, it's been a pleasure. When you do drop your next thing, I'd like to really, if you come back. So,
Oh, for sure. Anytime. I feel comfortable. Man, you're more than welcome to have me back on. Just I appreciate you having me on this time. Like now
oh,
you'll be a little bit more comfortable next time because you'll know how I'm coming. A lot of people tell me when they interview me, it feels like I'm interviewing them. So
well, you didn't interview me. I interviewed you.
I know that's good. I had to learn. I had to learn to let that happen. It was a process to learn that because I'll take over quick.
Well, you could take over and ask anything,
Uh,
but I know what to specifically ask you. But
I
anyway,
know that's
Trill, Will,
right.
it's been great having you on tonight. Everybody else,
Yes,
follow
ma'am.
him, please. You guys go support the people, support the artists out there. During this
Thank
time,
you,
he's not suffering or anything, but it's always the extra push and comments do help.
man.
And
All the support will help.
and you know what? And everybody, I thank all the viewers for watching tonight and watching and getting to know Trill Will. And if you guys, as I said, go Google him and you'll find out some more information. So everybody, I'll see you next time. Bye for now.